Flagstaff was no longer silent. Its silence had grown heavy and thick, a pressure that hung in the air and weighed on everything. In the dull amber light of the sinking sun, Janelle sat by herself at the kitchen table. The space around her was quiet, but the strain in her hands gave her away. She sorted through weeks' worth of mail that still hadn't been opened, her hands shaking as she realized this was no longer junk. These were actual notices, warnings, delinquent bills, and red-stamped envelopes with phrases such as "past due" glaring back at her. One envelope stood out. The bank logo was unfamiliar. A lump in her stomach was already formed as she ripped it open, dreading what she might see. It was a credit statement, one associated with the old LLC, the business organization they'd used to handle their finances all those years ago in Las Vegas. Janelle hadn't accessed that account in years. The charges, however, were appalling. Thousands of dollars recently spent, $6,400 at a Scottsdale high-end furniture store, $9,200 at a Sedona Chakra healing spa. Those included therapy sessions, holistic retreats, and high-end boutiques. All of the charges were from a time when Janelle was just getting by, pinching pennies just to purchase groceries and pay the lights bill on her small rental residence. Hey friends, welcome back to Sister Wives Daily. If you're new here, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It actually helps the channel. In the moment, Janelle gazed intently at the paper. Her name. The account was in her name. No Robyn, not even Kody mentioned. That evening, Janelle couldn't sleep. She sat in the dark, papers scattered across her lap, while her phone buzzed occasionally with sweet messages from her children checking in. She replied with a quiet, "Yes, I'm fine." But that wasn't the truth, not even close. Then at 11:17 p.m., her phone lit up again. Robyn was calling. The phone rang once, twice, then a third time. Janelle finally answered. "Janelle?" Robyn's voice drifted in, a whispered line from a daytime soap opera. Dramatic, delicate. I need a favor." Janelle did not respond. "I think something's wrong with me. I've been dizzy. I can't keep my food down. Kody says I shouldn't even stand." Janelle's teeth locked. "Is it serious?" There was a momentary silence. "No, but I'm so exhausted. I can't concentrate. Can you come over?" Janelle's eyes drifted to the envelope still lying on the table. Her voice was flat. "I'll come." By the time she arrived, dusk had drained the color from the world. Robyn's home smelled like synthetic calm, lavender and spiritual overtones, like a candle trying too hard to be meaningful. Robyn was stretched out on the couch, a velvet throw covering her and a half-empty bowl of berries beside her. She was exhausted, but not ill. "I've just been under so much," Robyn sighed, gesturing to the couch for Janelle to sit. "The stress, the hormones, the children. My body's breaking down." Janelle didn't sit. She slid the crumpled bank statement onto the coffee table instead. Her voice was firmer than she'd meant it to be. "I have to ask you something. Did you draw on the old LLC line of credit for personal spending?" Robyn blinked in confusion. "What?" Janelle didn't flinch. "This account's in my name, and somebody's been making purchases. Boutique, wellness centers." Robyn faltered. "I didn't think. Kody said he'd take care of it. I mean, yes, I made some purchases. But it was for the family, the children, therapy, emotional well-being. I haven't been well." That was it. "Don't you dare weaponize illness to escape accountability," Janelle snapped. "While you were buying chakra bowls and rugs from overseas, I was living in a trailer, working 3 jobs just to stay afloat. And now you want to hide behind vertigo?" Tears welled up in Robyn's eyes. "You don't know what I've been through." "No," Janelle said, her voice steely. "You don't know what I've been paying for." Before either could speak another word, a knock echoed through the room. They both turned. It was Mary, serious, unsmiling. She walked in without waiting for an invitation, holding a familiar packet. "TLC sent me this," she said. "Thought I'd stop by." Mary set a folder beside the crumpled bank statement on the coffee table. Janelle reached for it and quickly opened it. There were surveillance photos taken from a store in Sedona, dated only 3 days prior. In them, Robyn smiled, standing, unaided, moving confidently past racks of high-end gowns and scarves. No cane, no oxygen tubes, no indication of sickness or dizziness. Mary crossed her arms over her chest. "They've been tending to your so-called health problems," she stated matter-of-factly. "But when it gets ugly, like debt, you act as though nothing's wrong." Robyn's face blanched. Her eyes shifted back and forth between the folder and the two women looming above her. "Kody told me—" "Stop saying that," Janelle snapped. "What did Kody say exactly?" "That it would just go away? That forging my own signature would be okay?" Mary gasped. "What?" Janelle raised the bank papers a second time. "It's not my handwriting. It's similar, but not mine. Kody can fake my signature. He's done it before. Claimed it was a time saver. I never considered he'd do something like this." Robyn fumbled for words. "We were just trying to grease the wheels." "You weren't greasing anything," Mary said icily. "You were stealing." The following day, Janelle drove out to see the family's previous financial advisor, the same one they had used when they were an intact family. She took all of the documents with her. The advisor wasn't surprised. "There's a private Utah account," he said. "It's been active since before you moved into that trailer. Only Robyn and Kody are listed as beneficiaries. The majority of the money came from the family LLC. That money was supposed to be used for Coyote Pass development." Janelle's hands shook, not with fear, but anger. "My portion was cashed out?" He nodded. "Yes, I'm sorry, Janelle, but it looks like this was all set up." At the end of the week, the producers brought all of the cast together for a sit-down. It was presented as a therapy session, but everybody understood that it was nothing more than a boiling pot with cameras. A producer addressed Kody directly. "Why didn't you tell Janelle the LLC debt was in her name?" Kody was a man frantically trying to recall lines from a script he'd never written. I was going to repair it before she would even know." Robyn, next to him, seemed stunned. Janelle didn't bat an eyelash. "She's not ill," she said. "Her illness has been your alibi for everything." Robyn began crying, a silent, visceral type of crying, shoulders convulsing but nothing emerging. This time, no one hastened to comfort her. Kody remained silent, sitting there. Janelle rose, folder in hand. She lingered just long enough for her whisper to be audible on the cameras. "They took advantage of me, both of them. I was the wallet. I was the mule. They lived like royalty, while I was in a trailer. Robyn's illness is nothing but guilt masquerading as sickness. And Kody? He's just angry that I finally had the guts to call it what it is: theft." Outside, Mary waited. She said nothing. She simply extended her hand to Janelle. They walked off together, away from the crying queen and her voiceless king in a castle founded on lies. And deep within what remained of the Brown family, something snapped, something which could never be repaired. Not now, perhaps never. But that was not the end. Maybe it was always going to happen. Mary Brown had always kept her sister wives, Christine and Janelle, at arm's length. Their relationship was strained, fraught. Mary wed her now estranged husband, Kody Brown, in 1990, and only a year later did they become involved in a polygamous union. Christine and Janelle were added to the family subsequently. As time went on, Mary was the matriarch, raising her own child with Kody, as well as assisting in caring for his children with Janelle and Christine. Along came 2010. Mary permitted Kody to have a new wife, Robyn Brown. Prior to Robyn's arrival, Mary and Kody were close friends. But the moment Robyn came on board, things changed. Robyn was a shy person who attracted Kody, and she soon became his favorite. He wanted to take in her 3 kids from an ex-relationship, and to do that legally, he divorced Mary to marry Robyn. That change rocked the family. Christine and Janelle later dissolved their spiritual unions with Kody, knowing his devotion and love had long been redirected. Mary's decision to finally leave Kody back in early 2023 didn't happen overnight. It had been years in the making. But the moves by her former sister wives were the final shove she needed to break free of dependence and start anew in her life. In a candid interview with Lee from Lesbian Speaking, Mary opened up about one of the lesser-known tensions that simmered beneath the surface: her appearance. She explained that, in the early days, Janelle and Christine took issue with her wearing makeup and styling her hair. "They told me not to wear makeup, to stop doing my hair," Mary recalled. "They said I'd feel more free that way." Mary listened for a while. She attempted to fit in, until the day when she was caught barefaced by surprise visitors. She felt embarrassed. "I recall thinking, yeah, Janelle and Christine, you're jerks," she laughed. "And I vowed right then I'd never do that again." This was not a one-time problem. In season 19 of Sister Wives, Christine told her new husband, David Woolley, that on camping trips even, Robyn would arrive completely made up, and that Kody would greet her openly admiring the way she looked. "We were sweating and cooking and cleaning," Christine explained, "and he'd just sit there complimenting Robyn." Janelle's son, Hunter, had gotten annoyed once when Robyn spent the morning doing makeup, holding up their whole trip. Mary considered this too, coming to Robyn's defense. She said that just as Janelle enjoyed camping and Christine enjoyed cooking, she and Robyn valued personal grooming, and that couldn't be wrong. But their routines conflicted. Robyn was a morning sleeper, doing her makeup in the afternoons, which frequently made group activities late. Janelle and Christine were morning birds and motivated individuals. Mary's memoirs did sound like a defense of Robyn's differences, but not everyone was a believer. One YouTube commentator candidly framed it as follows: "Mary's still defending Kody and Robyn." Another chimed in, "She appears to forget all the deceptions the family spewed forth over the years. Even though the cast occasionally defended Robyn, she's obviously moved on and appears to have discovered people who actually do support her beyond the Brown family." The latest Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all special lifted the veil on all the things the fans had assumed. When the series originally started in 2010, it set out to show a working polygamous family. Instead, it tracked a gradual tragic deterioration. By 2021, Kody had lost 3 of his 4 wives. The rest of the Brown family broke down. Unlike past seasons when the family came together for group interviews, Season 19's tell-all included solo sit-downs, each more incendiary than the last. Christine was particularly candid in her one-on-one with host Sukanya Suki Krishnan. She revealed the serious cracks in her marriage, most significantly, the absence of intimacy. "Everything was great at first," Christine revealed, "but the passion wore off. Kody wasn't filling my emotional and physical needs. Things only continued to deteriorate after Kody wed Robyn." Christine confessed she felt the love and intimacy she craved was being channeled elsewhere. What they shared no longer was mutual or significant. "We used each other," Christine explained. "It was just going through the motions." And yet, even with income earned from Sister Wives and other reality TV appearances, the Browns never seemed to emerge from financial difficulty. Janelle subsequently accused Kody of gross mismanagement. She said that he and Robyn placed luxury, such as their $1.6 million house and high-end cars, above the shared aspirations of the family. When asked about it on the tell-all, Kody didn't deny spending it, but he blamed someone else. He blamed Janelle. Prior to their breakup in 2022, Janelle was the one who did the bookkeeping for the family. She and Kody were together for 29 years. The other ex-wives soon realized something disturbing. The fact that Kody had let them all think that Janelle was the only one looking after the family's finances. But Janelle maintains she was merely doing the books, not making money decisions or pulling the strings. In spite of all the unresolved drama, season 19 had a shocking twist. Kody suggested a guy's trip with David Woolley, Christine's new spouse. He said the road trip would be a way of strengthening friendly bonds and added that he actually liked David. Both Christine and David were taken aback by the suggestion during the tell-all special. While they didn't rule it out entirely, it was obvious that they were leery. It would make all the difference if Kody and Christine could see eye to eye on something. After all, they still have 6 kids together. At the same tell-all, Janelle spilled about the demise of her own marriage. She said Kody habitually played the bad guy to cover for Robyn. He would behave nastier than he really was, she said, just to deflect attention from Robyn and keep her from being criticized. In Janelle's own words, Kody would have done anything to his own reputation just to protect Robyn's. Ultimately, even Kody could no longer deny what fans had known for so long. He confessed that Robyn was his number one after years of saying the opposite. Janelle referred to this as Kody's gospel, but said that there was never truly evidence to back him up. He was merely playing the role, pretending, always placing himself in Robyn's emotional perimeter. In another unexpected moment during season 19, Kody helped Mary move from Arizona to Utah. They even shared a flirtatious exchange while loading a moving truck. Mary later said, "That's the closest I've been to him in years." Kody went one step further in his one-on-one interview. He termed the experience sexual in nature and conceded it left him feeling as if he was disrespecting Robyn. Nevertheless, he revealed that they had fun and even wished Mary had displayed that aspect of herself when they were married. Subsequently, host Sukanya Krishnan inquired of Janelle if she could ever imagine herself being friends again with Kody and Robyn. Janelle's answer was direct and unforgiving. "I don't want to date them. I don't even want to hang out with them," she replied matter-of-factly. "I just don't like them." Despite having those feelings, Janelle hasn't totally cut off contact with the family. In fact, she's become even closer to Christine since she left Kody. When Janelle relocated to North Carolina, it was Christine and David who assisted her in packing, and the three even went on vacation together afterward. Even though they now live miles from each other, Janelle and Christine still rely on each other for emotional support. The tell-all also showed something that annoyed both Janelle and Christine. Kody called Mary his favorite ex-wife while he was assisting her in moving. Janelle interpreted the statement as belittling their long-term relationship, whereas Christine described it as Kody's newest attempt to rewrite history. She's now happily married to David Woolley and looking forward to the future, albeit not the past. As Sister Wives season 19 concluded, Kody's dynamics with Christine and Janelle were still broken. His only steady relationship was with Mary, but even that was more nostalgia than healing. Living in North Carolina, Janelle has stayed distant from Kody and Robyn. In June 2025, she even called Kody a failure in plural marriage. Christine, meanwhile, has not spoken with Kody since she departed in 2021. And so, as viewers struggle to come to terms with the dramatic conclusion to a 4-part tell-all series, the future of the Brown family is far from clear. What initially started as an image of polygamous harmony has degenerated into a tale of fragmentation. Mary, Janelle, and Christine have all moved on and are plainly better off for it. But Kody and Robyn, the final couple remaining, appear stuck in the debris of what once was, painful, resentful, and struggling to keep the reins of a decaying heritage. In an unexpected confession, Kody recently made known that he's contemplating moving away from the United States entirely. He wishes to leave behind the uncertainty of his life. It's another effort at evading what's already before his eyes. Avoidance has been Kody Brown's modus operandi. Seasoned viewers have seen him step back, whether it was leaving behind his wives when they fought back or distancing himself from his own children when feelings became too authentic. And now, with rumors of relocating to Europe and leaving it all behind, it looks like Kody's answer again is distance, certainly not resolution. On January 5th's episode of Sister Wives Season 19, Kody and Robyn started speaking out about his marriage and his falling apart with the women who assisted him in establishing a family. Now, however, that family remains in shambles. In a shocking confession, Kody confessed to something that left most viewers speechless. He confessed that he was desperate to get out of the toxic vibe that he had been living in. Being the dad of 18 kids, it was a shocking declaration, particularly since most of his children are still in school, some elementary, others college. In spite of that, Kody set the record straight. Now, his first priority is himself. "I just want to get out of here," he said. "I don't want to see it, touch it, or be reminded of it anymore." With those words, Kody effectively brushed off his responsibility in the downfall of the family he had established. He demonstrated no willingness to mend fences or introspect about his role in the deterioration. What he floated instead was leaving the area altogether, perhaps to another nation, along with Robyn and her children, while sidestepping the broken relationships with his other children. It's the sort of gesture that says a lot. Of course, the possibility of a fresh start can be enticing. But if Kody really thinks that a new zip code will address the deeply ingrained problems in his family, he's deluding himself. He's opting for escapism rather than accountability. His words also betray something more. He's still more concerned about Robyn, and only Robyn, than anyone else. He may have divorced, may be estranged, but he's still a father, and his behavior yells indifference to the children he's abandoned. Even after the unimaginable occurred, the death of Garrison Brown, Kody stood alone in his sorrow. At the service, he stood stiffly, clinging to memories he didn't bother to make. Janelle, Christine, and their kids, on the other hand, stood together in a bereavement. They shared something Kody didn't: bonding. It's possible that this tragedy awakened some yearning in Kody to rejoin, but if so, it hasn't been evident. He persists in prioritizing ego and defense mechanisms over vulnerability and repair. And now, he's said to be planning an ostentatious relocation to Europe, but it might not be quite as easy as packing up a bag and beginning anew. For one, polygamy is much less tolerated in much of Europe. It's still simply illegal in many countries. Moving there would not only close the door on any return to plural marriage, it would also destroy the life he professed to hold for so many years. And then there's the finances. He and Robyn recently purchased a $2.1 million house in Flagstaff. Walking away from that investment would be another huge financial burden, one they may not be ready for. But judging by Kody's history, chances are he hasn't considered any of this. Impulse has been his guide. Responsibility, not so much. As season 19 of Sister Wives winds down, one thing is painfully apparent. Kody Brown's empire has fallen apart. His three former wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, have all moved on. They've found peace, they've found one another, and they've found happiness. Kody and Robyn, on the other hand, appear stuck, immobilized in denial, stranded in the rubble of what used to be. Will Kody ever come to terms with the consequences of his actions, or will he keep running from his past, his family, and himself? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more like this. Thanks for watching.